the comments too. Let me click the comments in. Bam. Yep. What up, world? Baldhead'S Podcast. We're here live. And let's get it started. It's a very great show. This show is long overdue. These two brothers I got on the show literally taught me how to speak on the radio. I've done them no justice, though, on this podcast. I've just talked all type of ways. However the case may be, because of Tony Schofield and my man Leon Rogers, I am gracefully grateful for them teaching me how to talk on the radio. A lot of stuff they taught me how to be on time, shit like that. So, starting this.
It's 308. It's 308.
My
right.
man.
Yes. As we speak.
I'm in Atlanta. It starts at 4. Either way.
Okay. It's still 408 in Atlanta.
Down at the bottom, I got my dog, the one and only Destin legend, Leon Rogers, in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, brother?
Up top, I got my dog, the one and only, one of the coldest writers, one of the men that they did not want to follow, and I still think they don't. Comedy game, radio host. Both of these brothers are crazy. Please put your hand together for the one and only Tony Schofield.
Yeah.
People.
We got another brother that ain't here yet because he has a cricket phone, I think, and soon he'll be coming in. But hey, let me tell y'all, I've been meaning to tell y'all this forever. That wingman shit that y'all had me going through taught me a lot. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you can't have a wingman and call him 10 to 20 minutes before showtime because you felt like, Leon. And Tony was real slick with it. Tony used to have his wife call me.
There you go.
Yes, Tony needs
You're not going to tell Roz, no.
No, and he knew that. He knew that. I'm tired as hell.
Look, I'm in there like, look, call Baldhead, man.
Tony needs you. And she said so gently, Tony needs you to be at the radio station. I'm like, damn.
But you know what, Baldhead? The radio game is just like the comedy game. It'd be no different than me calling you and saying the day of and say, hey, man, I got a free spot in Detroit. Get down here.
Right.
So
somebody couldn't make
if you wanted to. Because I remember I used to get phone calls. Leon, what you doing? I need you in the studio tomorrow. I'm there. Bam. Or I'm there. So quit all that bitch.
How many times you done got called on your way home from a comedy show and somebody like, yo, I got a spot over here, and you go get that money.
Baldhead. How many times have you been coming from dropping off 2 pounds and they be like, hey, folk, he outside, we got him, and you
you know what I'm saying?
My power steering on my car was good, so my shit never said.
How many times a chick call you, Baldhead, and say, I think I got chlamydia? You on the damn rhyme.
No, I don't care for that. I'll be like, I gave it to you. I gave it to your ass. Congratulations, you got a gift today. But we got a lot of stuff we're gonna go through today. Like I said, I'm grateful for everything y'all ever did. Doing my best not to let y'all down and make y'all proud.
But I gotta say, man, I just gotta say this, man. Baldhead, I'm glad that you finally learned the lesson, brother. I was trying to teach you because this dude here, when he first started comedy, every show I ever did with him, he almost got into a fight. Literally, everywhere we went. Remember Chicago Heights? You was about to set the whole joint off. And I set him down. I said, hey, man, you can't be a comedian and a gangster at the same time. Now, we know you're a gangster. We know you're a G. But at a certain point, you got to make a separation. You can't be a comedian and a gangster simultaneously. You got to put the comedy on the side and do that when you do comedy. But you can't be both personas at the same time. So I'm glad you learned that lesson.
Well, Tony, I'm glad you have a sense of compassion, but Baldhead ain't learned nothing. He's the same Baldhead. He's just learned how to mask it. I was a part of Chokegate 1. I was almost a part of Chokegate 2.
I didn't see the
several different incidents, criticizing comics to humiliation where they want to commit suicide. He's still the same Baldhead. He's just
I need that. They need that. They need
I I love it and respect him. You know what I'm saying? I love it and respect him for that, but he's the same bald head. He just lives in a different place and drives a different truck.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what, Leon? It's only you. But
look, Tony, here go the thing. My mama loved him.
Everybody does.
Sweetest person ever.
Everybody does. Everybody.
I remember Leon mama said something like, Leon looked at her like, who is you talking about?
She said, the big guy, the bald head guy. I said, man, you the goddamn devil. No, he not. Don't you say that about him. That's a nice young.
When this dude was sick, me and my wife went and bought one of them damn liquor store Jesus candles and lit it. We was in there. I didn't even know no Spanish. I was in there like bald head, but I cure, but I get well. I swear to God, man, I didn't know nothing. I was trying to, hey, bro, tell him.
Man, Oscar P say, what's up? Yo, this
what
up, fam? Got a couple of people online. Speaking, the girl Kelly Cook says Chicago legend. All jokes aside, Dave.
Yeah, all jokes. Yeah, man. They nice, baby.
And y'all know Pat Hudson. Hudson,
what up, Pat?
What up, P?
Muslim promoter. And then there must be some family. Need it. Now look, I know we waited long enough. If he come in, he come in. If he don't, he don't. But look, I want to get y'all opinion on something because I ain't really said too much about it yet. August, how you say his name?
August Alsina.
Alsina.
The month Alsina.
I spit every time I say it too. August, you can't say it without sounding like TD Jakes. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Chris Michaels.
My whole thing. This is my thing. From Jada Pinkett to somebody like Holly Berry. Hold on. He didn't creep in. Oh my God, he's here.
There he is. Man.
How are you doing?
Thanks for joining us. All right. Take time out your business schedule. Then you gonna
we see why you ain't kept a day job. We see why you ain't kept a day job.
Well, listen. First of all, what are we on? Why you not on Zoom? I ain't never heard of it.
Because this is better than Zoom. I can stream from 5 different. Let me do it right. I can stream from 5 different platforms at one time.
Dude, even on in the digital world, Baldhead finds some bad place to go. You see this? What is it? I feel like it's dangerous in here, man.
But you know the crazy part is you're the only one that's trying to do it, you moron. But I'm glad you give it up for LeVar Walker, another winner of many awards. Also is a licensed drug dealer.
Yes, he is.
The licensed drug dealer.
Yes, he is.
That's right.
Yep. I'm talking about from Florida to Seattle. I'm talking about major weight, anything you want. He even selling like over-the-counter drugs. You can get like NyQuil from him. You can get like Pepto-Bismol, Kaopectate. You can get, whatever drugs you want from him. It don't matter. Over the counter, under the counter.
All right, I got my mic on now. You can get all of those. Whatever y'all need, man. How y'all brothers been, man? How y'all surviving this COVID, man?
We're doing good, man.
Yeah, man. You ain't gonna direct this motherfucker, man. It's my shit.
You don't give a fuck about how we surviving. He's looking for an opening for a joke.
Yeah,
we saw that. Pull the mic up. He was like,
turn. KD say this that bullshit you started at the club. Y'all are similar built.
He's full of shit. Watch him. Stay close.
Yeah, now what you was finna say?
Y'all gonna make me put my radio headphone.
Say what?
What was you finna say?
I'm just asking how everybody doing, Baldhead.
We don't believe you.
We do not believe you.
No, I'm not. It's not a roast. I'm not roasting anybody.
Why you late? First of all, L-Dub, why you late, man?
Yeah, why you late, man?
Dude, first of all, I just not got the email. So
you
I don't know.
Another email, some shit.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Are we gonna have this nigga conversation on your podcast? Or are we gonna do
it? Let's go ahead and do the bit. Go ahead, lead your podcast, man.
Okay, all right.
Nigga, this is the
like only way I don't leave my podcast if I go get my gun, and I don't want to do that because y'all my friend. Now listen,
open it. I know it's right there.
You do know this Baldhead.
The gun is in the closet doors behind
you. Whatever the hell you say his name is. This bitch then got up here. Every man's dream is to have sex with a woman like this and to have it in the best way. She'd have nurtured him back to health. What do y'all think about this snitch ass nigga? This nigga snitching. Where is you going, nigga?
I'm doing something. I'm straightening my lighting up.
He got a boo-boo.
I had to straighten my lighting up.
Go ahead, Leon. How you feel about it?
Real brand new, man.
I had to get my lighting together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my lighting is better now.
On that road with Kev shit. Man.
I ain't
a regular guy.
Shit. I was on the road with them niggas for a short period of time, man.
No, but seriously, how you feel about it, Leon?
I really don't care. Like it doesn't resonate to me. They probably both knocked him down and screwed his head up. He didn't know who to love. Like, I don't care. I feel like that shit is being put out there to take away from bringing justice to George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, dog. All this little goofy ass shit that they try to throw into the front limelight. That she had an affair 4 years ago with a young dude. She was separated from her husband, who everybody thinks that they were swingers anyway. So why does anybody care? Was August, did they take it back? And now August got a single out with Rick Ross on it called Entanglement, which leads me to believe that shit was made before her Red Table Talk so she could use the word entanglement so they could pitch the single. He ain't got in the lab with Rick and made that shit that quick. Like, it's all bullshit to me. It's all life that every regular dude, it's a dude that work at Walmart right now going through the same thing with his young side chick and his girl. You know what I'm saying? They both used to knock her down. He stopped messing with her. The girl head messed up. She flattened his car tires. She don't go make a song. Same thing, dog. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
Damn, man, that was a lot. Damn.
Unpack it.
I think. What do you think
about the entanglement thing with Jaden dude?
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't give a fuck. I knew he wasn't lying when he first spoke on it, but I don't give a fuck. Can we cuss on here? Or you don't want us to cuss?
Yeah, motherfucker, this is my show.
Well, nigga, I didn't know. You know, you trying to go mainstream, so I don't know.
I'm never gonna happen. I'm cutting out the word. I'm cutting the P word out. What else?
You have to come out with like GDTV for him.
Right. I'm saying nigga a little bit, and I'm not saying motherfucker, but I just said it. But yeah.
Now you just said that in the post last week.
I know. I'm just trying to tell people I'm trying to curve all of that.
Oh, okay, but
nobody get off drugs the first day.
You're right. You still dip back to the projects. Okay, I get you.
Dude, I just think.
I think. No, what you saying, LeVar?
No, I was just saying, like, during these times, everything is just such a clown show. Even from the president, the president has divided the nation. We're divided on all issues, and a nation divided is a very, very weak nation. And I think as Americans right now, we are like the fucking joke of the world. Like we sitting with our pants down. Like if we were to be attacked right now, nigga, we would lose badly, bro. They will fuck us up. We're so vulnerable as a nation right now.
And that's the whole thing,
because it's a clown show.
Yeah, you're mobilizing U.S. troops in America now, which makes us vulnerable everywhere else, man. That thing is crazy to me. I don't understand how you're mobilizing troops and things to come to. We're having tanks and stuff that driving down the streets of America that never happened before, man. That's crazy.
Against our own people.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
The man got up there and said, if these cities don't do it, I'll have it done. Vicious.
That's his go back.
I don't think any of it is distraction. Some of it might be, but at the same time, it's the.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Jada and them. I gotta say this before we move on. I know it's crazy. They share a lot, but I want to know about the flamingo sex that's going on because I'm telling you, they doing flamingos, kangaroos, marsupials, all pigeons. I'm telling you, it's all type of stuff going on They wear feathers.
Wait, people are fucking animals?
No, I'm talking about Jada.
They just real and Jada wild.
They wild. They've been saying it for years, dude. It's some little motherfucking penguins walking around like I can't believe this shit happened to me.
I did punch up for Bad Boys, so I got to meet Will. He was a nice guy.
I met Will on a couple occasions.
He was nice.
How long did y'all date?
He cool.
How long did y'all date?
No, nigga. I'm like, what?
He look at you like, no, nigga.
He had to think about it. Oh, nigga.
I almost got him.
Hey, it's like Joe Pesci. You paused. I could have got you.
You almost got me. He almost got me, man.
Hey, Jeff.
So how do y'all? So I have a question. How do you guys feel about the Black Lives Matter movement?
I feel it's a movement, but it needs to be more. I'm gonna be real. I think it needs to be more concrete instead of just being a movement and a hashtag. There needs to be more work done on the ground. While we're saying this, we need to go into these neighborhoods where the same stuff is happening to us and by us. Let's be real.
Exactly.
And also, I want to see more. I'm talking about. If I could, I don't even want to say it on this podcast because I ain't trying to get the information out there. But like we put all our business in the streets, and that's our problem. That we discuss everything we want to do on social media, and they put social media there to hear everything we got to say. Man, the Underground Railroad was what? Underground. We talk too much, and that's our problem.
Yeah.
Like we need to start meeting in groups and organizing.
I think it's time to plot, plan, and strategize.
Infiltrate.
My man, Killer Mike. Plot, plan, strategize.
Yeah.
Here's what I think about the Black Lives Movement. I just got finished watching Michael Che's comedy special from 3 years ago. And he said, Black Lives Matter. He was like, listen to what we calling it. Black Lives Matter. We just want Black lives to matter. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying Black lives exist. We ain't just saying Black lives. Like the Black Panthers was the Black Panthers. It wasn't Black Panthers, maybe. It was Black Panthers. So I think as far as the Black Lives Matter, I'm happy it's here. I'm happy it's a rallying call for some millennials and some people to jump on board and get with it. But I do feel, and I might get criticized for this, there needs to be a sense of urgency and a little bit of militancy in the Black Lives Matter movement.
Thank you.
I don't get enough raw. You know, I don't get enough Matt Turner. I'm getting a lot of Martin Luther King, and I'm not mad at that. But I'm not getting enough Malcolm X and enough Nat Turner.
It's interesting because I'm down here in the Bay with the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting because they're still out here. It's interesting you say that because if you go back to their history, like they was like, y'all won't feed us, we gonna feed us. Y'all won't do this, we won't do this. Y'all ain't gonna patrol our neighborhoods. We gonna patrol our neighborhoods.
And that's where I come to. It's about self-empowerment.
Yep.
So like I had a huge controversy on my Instagram page where, you know, I was bringing awareness to our babies being shot in the street and shit by stray bullets by niggas. And you know, the pushback I get is, well, the Black Lives Matter movement is about when police kill us and all this shit. So I'm like, so what you're telling me is this movement means all Black lives don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you're calling this movement Black Lives Matter and my child is slain, I should be able at least bring attention to it through the movement, which has the fucking attention.
Right.
But see, motherfuckers want to push back and make all kind of excuses and shit. And then too, with the Black Lives Matter movement, if you read the actual mission statement and the literature, there is a whole LGBTQ and transgender mission inside of the mission statement.
I don't know how. I saw that broken down online. It was and
it's in the mission statement. You can look at it online. And one of the words, well, it's some wording in there that kind of, you know, struck me, and it's like, they want to dismantle cisgender privilege, and cisgender is a man that's born as a man that identifies as a man, and a woman born as a woman and identifies as a woman. And when you say wordage like that, if you want to dismantle cisgender privilege, I'm a man identifying a man, my wife a woman identifying as a woman. Do you want to destroy my family?
Exactly.
Is that like what is this word? What is this language? You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying? Yeah. I put something on my Facebook page one time. It was about
and people, and like I think like when motherfuckers always say, well, white people kill white people and this, that, whatever. But man, I just think whenever we say shit like that, we justify the killings.
But here's the thing though, man. The whole code is straight, and we all like, and I can speak probably for this whole group. We all grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And we all been around the OGs. Man, I grew up on the block in Chicago where there was both opposite sides of the game. Some brothers were stones, some brothers was folks or whatever. They played on the same damn softball team. You see what I'm saying? Because it's about our block. Couldn't nothing happen on our block. Like
gangs were originally created to protect the neighborhood.
That's what it was. If anything happened on our block, my mom got her purse took, man, on payday, getting out the car. Man, within like 3 hours, they brought that brother to the crib.
Well, gentlemen, I think what I'm hearing right here, when it comes to the streets, first of all, there's no protocol. Took all the
shit. It isn't.
So you lost protocol, you lost rank structure. But I will go back to say this to talk about what LeVar addressed. Yes, I'm all for Black Lives Matter. Don't get it twisted. When I get a report that a 5-month-old baby got grazed by a bullet by a coward that's running away shooting at a group of people because he can't stand man to man and look the other wolf in the face he at war with and take care of his business, I get all that. But I do feel, quite honestly, that there's a much bigger need to hold people that we pay their salaries to protect and serve us.
Yes,
out here killing us. Yeah. As far as the stuff that goes on in the street with us, that's systemic, bro. We've been taught to do that 400 years ago.
We've been programmed.
That's hard to break. Even if we start giving people jobs, I say this all the time. Even we start giving, if we like Baldhead, you made a statement the other day, take the guns out their hands, put a hammer or something in it. Even though if we do that, there's still going to be few that has this thing that he's doing better than me. I got to get that from him, or I hate this nigga or whatever. I'm not saying that one weighs more than the other. I'm not trying to make it that clear cut and concrete, but I do have a problem when a person that I'm supposed to call when I'm in jeopardy, when I'm in need, the police, they out here killing me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. We all see that.
A fair shake.
Yeah.
We all see that.
None of us, let's be honest. We all got kids. No white person I know has to give the speech to their child on how to deal with the police.
Never.
That should not be at all. I should not have to tell my daughters what to do when the police pull them over, because it should be a non-confrontational event.
Right. But at the same time, I understand that too. But at the same time, you also had that conversation. Man, let me tell you something. We done been in the hood. I done been in the hood. Dude, I done had countless police confrontations. You know what I'm saying? And what we have to teach our kids now, and it's a shame, I don't agree with it, because like you say, everybody should be treated equally when they're stopped by the police. Anybody, whatever color you are, absolutely. Nobody should have the absolute same treatment. They should not be alarmed because they're stopping a person of color. But what I always tell these young people out here, and I'm trying to be realistic with them, is, man, get out of the encounter.
Get home.
Just like they're trying to. Get home. Get out of the encounter. It's a shame that's our lesson that we have to teach our children. That, yo, man, whatever you got to do to get off that block right now, you know what I'm saying? I was in the car with my granddaughters. We got stopped out here in Cali. Man, my granddaughter was panicked. panicked. Like
that's crazy though. Your child should
Well,
not.
how old is she?
Like there's two videos out
At
there
that time,
right now that break my heart. One
Yes.
is when the little boy runs behind the Jeep when he hears the
oh,
police.
that thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the second one is the father with his knee on his son's neck, and he looks into the camera and says, "What did you teach your child today?"
Right.
This is what I taught my son, how to survive this
Man.
blood show.
And
That
my
was
grand, she was so panicked, and I was good. I'm like, we good. What happened was my dumb ass had left the house, didn't even bring my damn wallet. I ain't even had no license on me. I was going to pick them up from school, so I'm just swooping out to go pick them up from school. I'm like, damn, he's like, I gave my information, but when we ran my shit, dude, they had the chicks, female standing over there, and so my granddaughter, I'm just like, dude, put your seatbelt on. Because I had to have her move her seatbelt to see if my wallet was in the seat because I didn't know if I had left it. I'm like, put your seatbelt on. We are fine. I ain't pulled my phone out. My phone was sitting right there. I'm like, we good. They ain't got. Oh, they gonna give me.
But here's my thing. Even though you saying that, right? Even though you assuring them, if you were white, that conversation carries without a what if. But what if that officer is an asshole that day? You ain't got your license. Get out the car. Get on the ground. Your baby's crying in front of you. Man, I would have complied to what he needed me to do to get that situation over with without me and my babies being home.
And you could have come all day if he wanted to be the asshole.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's not gonna happen to Caucasian people. Like you're gonna get the asshole, even if you and I'm not telling people not to comply, but I've seen stories where people comply and they still end up on the news. Miracle, the young activist out here in Chicago, wasn't even doing nothing, was protesting about a Christopher Columbus statue to be torn down. Man, this white officer hit her like a grown man, knocked all her teeth out of her mouth. 18. When you see the video, she's not even yelling at the officer. She's like literally just standing there. But I'm like, this is the shit that happens to us. So forgive me when I get a little passionate when I'm saying these motherfuckers.
We all are, bro. We all are.
Who all are.
I've been seeing stuff going on in the chat. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Let me tell you something. It is for me coming from my point of view, for me being a dude used to be on the block, used to be doing wrong. I used to see it and used to wonder, why are they fucking with them people that ain't doing nothing? And then the situation with Floyd George, when you got old girl, people like Candace or George, we got Candace Owens saying that
Candace,
or whatever she was, little boy body, who saying that she doesn't think we should have made him a martyr because of his criminal background. He still was human. He still was human. So it's basically like anybody can get it, but it's anybody that's black.
Listen, that criminal background shit is bullshit because I look at one of the dudes I actually respect in comedy who used to do Home Improvement, Tim Allen. Cocaine, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Does his criminal background come into play when he gets pitched for something or when he has to do something?
You never even hear about it.
So Candace Owens is crazy for that. She's been reprogrammed. So I ain't mad
we know about it. Here's the thing that we know about it. Like, my thing is like we just have to start understanding what's going on. Like, man, we've been knowing this thing as a system. We've been knowing this thing as a whole systematic thing against us. When are we going to get the picture and say like, yo, we can't contribute to it? We got to come together, man. We got to start getting out here. My thing with us is, and I've always said it is, how they beat us is they infiltrated us. We got to shut up sometime and just be quiet and sneak into the system. We always want to go anti-system. I don't want to do this. I don't want to vote. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah, you got to get in there. Somebody got to sneak in there, man.
This ain't no old thing. This is
somebody in there working against the system on the inside. You can't. That's how you defeat anything. You infiltrate it and beat it from the inside out. You don't beat something from the outside in. You beat it from the inside out. Any disease you ever conquer, you conquer from the inside out. You see what I'm saying?
My girl Joseph J says accountability. I seriously thought as a 4-year-old my dad was going to get shot in a traffic stop for not letting and searched the car for the 5th time without warrant.
You faster than that, ball head. Pick it up. Let's go.
Right, come on.
Hey man, look at man. Minneapolis PD shot a white mother for trying to talk to an officer. Lots of people are sick of it. Used white people to try to do the.
Yes. It's a big one right here. Go ahead.
Disappropriately.
Oh yeah, that is. Disproportionately. Okay, we got
it. Impact black people. I think accountability angle just might have
he tried.
On how to get even racist people unknowingly come back. Yeah, you know what, man?
Hey man, don't ever do that again.
He tried.
I tried to slow him down. It was like a speed bump. Slow down a little bit on this one. Go
this.
Go team.
I saw that nigga's head bubble up a little bit.
The aneurysm.
That head bubbled up.
The aneurysm, boy.
Yeah, hey, when he got to disproportionately, nigga, a bubble popped up.
Hey, Baldhead gonna be on his next show with Bell palsy. The left side is gonna be paralyzed.
Hey, Leon jumped out my head. I was
Conway the Machine part 2.
Man, answer me. Comment on the one question, man.
Listen. I'll say when I've always said this on the radio. For me, it's about police oppression and brutality. Okay. Now we experienced the brunt of it, but I don't like no officer imposing his will on anybody. I got buddies at the cops, and when I get off the air, they talk shit to me. Leon, man, what the fuck, bro? Blah, blah, blah. I said, listen, you might be a good cop, but if you sit here, like in the case of Miracle, if you sit here and the video you could get the cop's name or whatever. But if you as a black officer know that cop and you don't say nothing, you're him. Period. Point blank, bottom line, you're him. So don't give me that good cop, bad cop. If you're sitting here working with these dudes, you know they're racist. You hear them crack racist jokes. You hear them talk shit about other races. And you don't say nothing, hold their feet to the fire. You are just like them. Period. I'm not giving you a pass. So you can get mad at me. We can fall out. We can not be friends. But at the end of the day, that's 100.
Right. I'm gonna say like too. I know some guys as cops, and I don't go out with them on the street. I don't know if they good cops or bad cops. I don't know what they be doing out here. I know a couple guys that I know are good guys, so I trust that they handle themselves like that on the street. But like you say, you don't know. And my thing is, like, if you out there standing and watching this shit, or even if you participate, or even like you just said, man, if you ain't out here on these streets trying to be an influence in the community, and a difference, you know what I'm saying, and talk to these people, man, and try to make a difference in your community, then what the hell did you sign up for it for? You know what I'm saying?
Tone, LeVar, and Baldhead, I'll say this. I was in the Army for 8 years. So this is why I understand the code, the whole code thing, the uniform. I get it. LeVar, you in a frat. They even take it to another level. There's a certain amount of loyalty to your frat brothers, right?
And Baldhead was anti-frame.
But I'm just saying, any organization, there's a sense of loyalty. When you see one of your guys do something, it may be bogus. You may check them behind closed doors, but you don't check them out in public in front of everybody else so they can see it. You're wrong. I've been there, dog. I've been in situations where we've done some shit that was super bogus to some civilians because they were civilians.
So let me ask you, looking back on it, do you regret it?
Yes, I do, because it was bogus as hell. A true story, my man, we was at this place called the Cash Inn out in Fort Sill, Lawton, Oklahoma. My man, bogus as hell. He literally went up, disrespected this dude's wife. You know what I'm saying? Disrespected, like slapped on the ass, whatever, because he knew he was 20 deep. Our whole platoon was there. So the dude raised up on him. 4-5 guys from my platoon stomped him out. Right? Police come. We all play dumb. And so that's why I get it. I get the mentality. I was like, I can't tell on my brothers. If we get called to Desert Shield tomorrow, I gotta sit in the foxhole with these guys. I get it. But the right thing to do, I should have stopped. I should have checked dude when he assaulted the guy's wife. I should grab him by the collar and say, man, we don't do that shit, bro. I apologize and check them in front of them. Now if dude continue to talk shit to him after I do that, that's on him. But I made the effort to say, hey, I don't agree with that. And if you a cop out here and you see one of your partners do some bogus shit, you gotta say something. Mm-hmm. But I hear what you're saying about they might lose their jobs. But at the end of the day, you gotta go for what's right. True story. Dave Chappelle talked about this shit. Christopher Dorner, the guy that went on the killing spree in LA, shooting the LA cops, he tried to do it the right way. He literally went and reported what his bogus partners was doing, and they shut him down. So he said, all right, you motherfuckers want to play that game, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it out on you and all your families. And when I quite honestly say, like Chris Rock said, he wasn't right, but I understand.
Right. Yeah, it's coming to a point. It's coming to a point, man. I'm out here, like it's coming to a point where you're seeing just, people are tired, man. People are tired from every walk of life right now. It's just like people are tired of the same shit. And the blanket has been pulled off America and pulled back its ugly, dark secret. It's just like,
thanks, 45. Thank you, 45. I appreciate that.
That's one thing. I'm gonna give him that right there because he pulled the blanket back and showed the motherfucking truth about what's really going on and how these motherfuckers really feel. While you was out there talking to your neighbor, barbecuing with him and shit and all that, and at the same time, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I'm glad to see. I'm gonna salute him on that one.
What if at the end of the day when he about to leave office, he'd be like, I did all I did and said all I said to show y'all who y'all was right next to. Did my job.
Yeah.
He'd be like this, because he at the beginning, a long time ago, he was like, if I ran for president and I ran Republican, these dumb motherfuckers will vote for me. And I'll probably win.
I think he's gonna win again, man.
But you know what, LeVar? It don't matter whether he win or whether Biden win. Like I always say this on the radio, it's like choosing between heroin and crack. Both are addictive. You know what I'm saying? Which one though? Do I want to get high off crack and come back in an hour, or do I want to hot off heroin and be gone for 2 weeks?
Either I want to be up or down. That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you something.
And Joe Biden, along with the Clintons, put an order in effect, the 3 strikes rule. That's under Joe Biden and the Clintons helped get that passed. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, really at the end of the day, until black people come together with brown people, with our brothers and sisters as well, and get us a candidate that we can believe in and run on a separate party, and we actually go out and vote for them. So look, y'all might laugh at me about this. People did a lot of laughing about Kanye West saying he was running for president. Now, though I don't like the person, I don't want to see Kanye as president, the idea is what I'm for. Somebody away from the other 2 parties that is going to focus on shit for the people.
We definitely need another party. We definitely need more than a 2-party system. The 2-party system in America is so freaking obsolete. It's unbelievable. You don't let 2 groups of people run this country for all this time. It is absolutely insane.
But it was like 3 or 4 at one point in time, but they wiped them out.
No, Baldhead. All America knows is bacon and eggs. Nobody has ever introduced French toast or pancakes. If I got to break it down to simple fucking math, all we know is bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs.
Or you want it? No. Hey, check out these motherfucking biscuits.
And can't nobody tell you
like trying to work with them.
Right.
So I call the Black Caucus to the stands. All our elders, you know what I'm saying? Dick Gregory, rest in peace, rest his soul, has always been saying we need to get behind one person that is going to be for us. They won't get behind Farrakhan because he's too militant, right? Mm-hmm. They fear like if we get behind Farrakhan gonna have white people trying to kill us. But even though the ideals and stuff of the Nation of Islam is what we need to be self-contained. Right. We need to own our stores and our neighborhood, as I was saying earlier.
We need to be in the family aspect.
We need all that. Yeah. I said we've seen the blueprint. An immigrant family from Africa will come over. An immigrant family from India will come over. They'll live 10 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment, buy a parking lot, and then use that parking lot to invest in their family and spread their wealth to their rich. And then they'll come in our neighborhoods, open up a store, bring that money back to their neighborhood.
But not only that, let me say this, but not only that, while they're here, guess what they're doing? Every one of their kids is going to college.
Because they're doing the homework and they're researching.
Every one of their kids is going to college.
I'm just giving an example.
That's why they get over better in America.
LeVar say, hey, Leon, I got an idea that'll make us all rich. But it's going for the first year, it's going to be tough. And I'm going to be the front man. I'm going to make the money, but I promise you, when it's pop, I'm going to kick back. Instead of me saying, you know what, LeVar, I believe in you. Here, let's make it happen. And you being a man of your word, when it happens, you kick back. We get, man, I ain't fucking with dude, dog. He just trying to get him a Benz and then fuck up. And then LeVar, you either gonna be like, yeah, I'm trying to get me a Benz and fuck y'all, or you might really be like, no, I swear to God, dog, give me this 10,000. I'm gonna have us $1 million at the end of the year. We don't trust each other, but that's 400 years of systemic shit that's been put in us.
Programming.
To always compete. Yeah.
No, Jeff.
I don't think so, Jeff.
I tell you, let me tell you,
person, it will not kill it. But let me tell you behind it.
Let me tell you why. Because here's the thing that I was saying earlier. Why does that one person got to be identified? Didn't nobody who fucking know who Harriet Tubman was. We talk too much. They've given us the internet. They've given us all this shit so we can communicate, which is so open that they're able to track every thought we have. We need to, like I said, get off this money. We sitting up here talking about this now, but there also needs to be meetings in person where people are sitting in rooms.
What happened back in the day? What happened back in the days with slavery? Groups of slaves couldn't be together because they
find ways. They used to
unless you was reading the Bible and singing hymns over the fire, their master wasn't concerned.
Yeah, I mean, they came outside.
Yeah,
drums. Oh man, they found ways, bro.
Shout out to the memory of John Lewis and also activist Vivian standing.
Okay.
What, Leon?
All right. What? This I want to say this about black people too, and I listen to a brother. I know a lot of y'all fuck with or may not fuck with. I talk a lot to Willie Lynch Jr. Willie Lynch is a highly intellectual brother. He's also
a man, dude.
You know this. And at the end of the day, I've come to learn so Baldhead, you just said shout out to John Lewis. Tell me one thing that John Lewis did that benefited black people.
He got his ass whooped on that bridge.
A lot of people got their ass whooped on their bridge. Coretta Scott King wasn't the first person to sit down on the front and in front of a bus. She was just the most famous. She wasn't the first.
Yeah, I know she wasn't the first. It's a lot of not the first, but I'm gonna pay homage to who I know about, who I read about. My grandmother them told me about, dude. I didn't pay.
Okay, but what do you know? I could tell you Tony Schofield is one. Tony Schofield and LeVar Walker are two of the greatest comics that ever lived. But what can you go pull from me that shows that?
That's your opinion. That's
no, I'm saying.
I can't.
You get my point.
I can't offhand.
What can you show me that?
I can't think of a specific thing. So I know we champion civil rights and all of that stuff, but you know, like different things, like say Martin Luther King championed the bus,
the civil rights
boycott, or you had individual scenarios within his life.
So what is it that you don't like about
immediately?
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't.
No,
like
I may be guilty of that, but what I'm saying is I can't. You could think of certain things that King did. You could think of certain things that Malcolm. You could think of certain things that people did. Yeah, specific things. Now I can't draw right now, but if I read about something, then I'll be like, okay, he was behind that. Yeah, not diminishing his legacy.
No,
at all.
Before you say something, let me
at all.
Hold on. I'm gonna break it down to you in sports terminology because you know I love sports.
Oh, Lord.
Scottie Pippen was behind Michael Jordan winning 6 championships, correct? Can we say that? Can we honestly say that?
Agree.
But who was the engine? Who was the catalyst?
Shit, Phil Jackson.
I don't know.
Oh, Michael Jordan. I'm saying Michael Jordan was the engine. You take
you talk about who? Okay,
you take Michael Jordan out the pitch, out the Bulls 6 championship runs. The Scottie
talk about who the overhead that made them play together. Oh no, of course, Mike was the man.
So I can say somebody got behind something. Baldhead, you can start an initiative, and I can get behind it. But was I the driving force? You're the driving force. You're the person that initiated it. I jumped on and followed it. So it's not diminishing his legacy, but if you ask people, what did he do?
Yeah.
Name me a law that he got passed that benefited you all right here.
That's what I'm saying. I can't recall one like right off the bat. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
I know you signed on to 22.
You can find some that you agree with.
Right.
No, I agree.
Let me tell you something. It's just like when Nipsey Hussle got killed, right? A lot of dudes didn't know who he was. They didn't know nothing about him until he died. They didn't know all the things he did in his neighborhood to take care of his area.
Absolutely.
I'm from Inglewood. I know about 20 or 30 dudes that did the same thing.
But let me ask you a question.
Nobody glorified them because a lot of them ain't even dead. But when somebody died, it's a different level of elevation of communication that's put out there about that person.
But the point I'm making, Baldhead, when you went back and did the homework and saw what they did, you saw they were the reason, not the add-on. They were the reason why these things happened. When you went back and did your research on Nipsey Hussle, the first thing you said was, yo, he's the reason why they have a tech center in the middle of his neighborhood where they live. He's the reason, not the add-on. If Baldhead says, I'm going to open an institute in the middle of Inglewood to give kids computers, every Inglewood is going to have a computer. You start that initiative. You start raising the money. Me, LeVar, and Tony Skoll walk on, and because we have a little bit more clout in the entertainment world possibly than you do, when we die, we get looked at as the reason why that happened. We're not the reason. We're the add-on.
Right.
You're the reason.
Right.
So I'm asking you, and I'm not diminishing from him. I see people saying he got beat up for you and all that. A lot of people got beat up for me that are not as famous as him.
Well, he was a part of what's called the Big Six, which led the 1963 March on Washington. So he helped organize that with Dr. King, and he also held the congressional seat in Georgia from 1985 until his recent death.
Okay, that's great. You saying he held a seat. I'm asking you, LeVar, once again, brother, and you know I love talking to you because you're one of the brothers I do feel that can have conversations without getting personal.
Mm-hmm.
What name for me? You said the Big Six. The Big Six, but really the one was Martin Luther King, who got the Big Six together.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King had the vision.
So you want to know what exactly did he do?
What did he do?
I don't know, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't know.
Like I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, not to
legacy,
but you tell us what he did, Leon.
You can't.
I can't.
You want to know?
Hey, you want to know the thing?
No, I'm just saying. When you say Martin Luther King, you think the bus boycott in Memphis. You think the March on Selma. You have 10 events that you can bring to mind immediately. and it's and maybe this is because it becomes obscure in politics, but you can't really identify. And like I said, I'm sitting here trying right now. While the whole time we've been talking about this, I'm like, name one thing. But I'm not going to say that he didn't do nothing. But it's not within the realm of politics. It becomes obscure. And when you got somebody out there on the front lines like a king who go against the grain, who steps outside the establishment to really get something done, that stuff gets recognized and actually is more effective than anything else. So the few laws that, like I'm kind of like Leon saying, like the few laws he signed, if we look back at them, from the time that they signed or whatever, how did they really?
Who's the muse? Who's the muse?
At this point, what what I'm saying?
To break it down,
that's just a fair question.
That's all I'm saying. To break it down for layman's term for the people that's listening, Michael Jackson made Off the Wall, but Quincy Jones was the brilliance behind it. Can we say that?
Man, but yeah, we can say that, but I want to know, what do you?
Hold on. If you go look, but Prince, every album Prince has made, he's the genius and the reason behind the album, because he produces, composes, writes, everything. Yep. He's done everything. He's seen it all the way out from beginning to the end. It's not Quincy Jones say, hey, I think
Kelly.
I'm gonna take my talent and put it on it. It's not diminishing Michael's talent. It's not diminishing anybody's talent. But at the end of the day, where's the muse? Don't be confused, Kelly. You don't have to be confused.
Saying that Martin Luther King was the muse in a situation with a lot of things.
Martin Luther King was the movement. Right. He was the movement.
Okay, so I understand that part. I understand that part, and I get no problem with it, but that man still played an intricate part in it. And let me tell you something. If he didn't, you got to realize both of them, him and CT, just died.
Fletcher.
They were a part of that movement. They didn't just sit around.
I didn't doubt that. I'm not doubting that, dog. I'm all for Black Lives Matter. I didn't start it though.
Right. Okay, so I want to know this.
I'm all for Black Lives Matter.
Don't give me no sports thing. What are you saying, Leon? Because we understand
what I'm saying is this. We don't know. What I'm saying is this. That was a great man. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor from President Barack Obama. That's the highest thing you can get from at the end of the day. But I'm asking you, like when I talked with my good brother and I went and did my research and I looked and found, what literally actually has he passed? Him, not been a part of, he passed that helped Black people.
Do you know?
I don't. And I went and looked. This is what I'm telling you. I went and looked, and I'm inconclusive. I shouldn't be inconclusive if I go and look. If I ask you what song Stevie Wonder wrote, I can go figure that out, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to find out what song Stevie Wonder wrote, right?
I get it. But like I say, it's
not a diss to him. I'm just saying, people, you can say whatever, who cares what is in what position, whatever. We get sometimes what the media feeds us. And like I said, I break everything down simplistic because a lot of people don't understand where I'm trying to come from. I'm not dissing the man. Hold on. Do you think Vanilla Ice was a great artist?
Hell yeah, I just listened to it in my car.
Stop playing with me, Tony. I will punch you in your face. Do you think Vanilla Ice was a great artist?
Damn.
He had one hit. Do you think he was a great artist?
I don't think he was a great artist.
That's all I'm saying. So because I jump on with something and I'm aligned with something and it was great, does that mean I was on the level of that greatness? I might have been down here. I was still great, but I wasn't on the level.
I think the situation with him being great is because he stood in the front lines when a lot of people wouldn't.
So I love Minister Farrakhan. I love Minister Farrakhan, but do you think he's on the same level as Elijah Muhammad or Malcolm X?
No.
No.
Okay then.
No.
Thank you, LeVar.
But he doesn't aspire to be.
That's a great brother.
But he doesn't aspire to be though. At the end of the day, he doesn't aspire to be. If you look at it, if you look at the way it is, man, he doesn't aspire to be. They pay homage to Elijah Muhammad. They never aspire to be greater than the prophet. You know what I'm saying? They're all his servants. That's just the way it is. No matter how high you rise in there.
Tony, let's be honest. No matter how much homage a comedian pays to me or you or LeVar or people that come before them, or Baldhead, people that come before them, there's always going to be somebody greater.
Always.
You don't think Dave
Chappelle? If you don't realize that in life, then you lost.
It's a red fire, and he's greater than them right now. That's fact.
Yeah. If you don't realize that in your life, then I mean, every single day, there's always somebody greater than you, and there's always somebody doing worse that you have to realize how blessed you are. That's how you got to wake up every single day. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want people to think that I'm not paying homage to the man. He was homage.
I didn't sound like that.
I think it was great for what he did in the time that he was here. But when I ask you the question and you deflect,
but I mean, come on, like if we go down,
and I'm not talking to y'all.
A lot of people are not.
Let's be real.
Nobody has given me anything yet.
If we be real, there's a list of people you can go down. Come on now, let's be real.
A lot of people. Let me tell you something. A lot of people that are doing.
I'm talking about the list, though, Sko.
A lot of people that are doing good. You don't know shit about them until they die. A lot of people you don't know anything about their accomplishments until they die.
Hold on. Hear me out. You don't know shit about their accomplishments till they die. Then how you gonna come defend them if you didn't know shit about them till they died?
Because you learn. You learn
about them. If you didn't follow the history
about people, if me and you personally know somebody, okay, I'm putting it like this. We know Tony Sko.
Yes.
Mother could not say nothing bad.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
There's a motherfucker somewhere else that don't know nothing about him that think he just was a dude on the radio. No, this motherfucker is one of the greatest writers they got, one of the greatest stand-up. It's a bunch of shit he got.
Baldhead. I don't acknowledge it because they don't know.
If he leaves us today, everybody will know more.
Knock on wood. But I don't agnowledge the person that doesn't know anything about him.
Right, and that's the thing with me. Like, I want the people,
now finding out about him. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. It would mean more to me. It would mean more to me if I passed that the people that like y'all. If I touched y'all life and I put some of y'all life and in y'all heart that y'all carried around with, it's my friends, and that, you know what I'm saying, as my brothers, that'll mean more to me, you know. And I get the whole thing about, you know, everybody, you know, but man, it's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
once again, LeVar, Tony, Baldhead, as we sit here as black men discussing this, I'm not tearing down a black man. Understand that's not what I'm doing. I'm asking you to tell me, why is he great? Give me specific reasons. Don't generalize. The same broad brush that you're painting with, I can paint Jesse Jackson with that. I
do. You know, hey Leon, you know I'm right with you.
I could paint Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford with that.
Yeah,
same broad brush.
Right. I'm right with you on all that, and that's my thing. Like you know what I'm saying? We're sitting here doing all this. It's just like, dude, this is not what we need to do. Where's the leaders that we ain't listening to? That's really got a plan. That man, I'm telling you, we're talking too much. That's the bottom line. We're talking too much. And not saying that this thing ain't great. This is what we need to do, but this is what we need to encourage people to say, hey, yo, let's take the conversation.
What is you cutters with the needle nose?
So what you saying? LeVar?
Cut. This just helps y'all to be quiet and get back focused. That's the only reason I did this.
How about I do that?
That's the only reason I did this.
All right. What's the next one?
I don't even know what we're trying to solve here. All we talked about is John Lewis. The motherfucker organized bus boycotts and marched, and he got beat up, and he was the congressman. That's it.
I'm sorry. but I can't let that statement ride. Did he organize the bus boycotts or did Martin
Oh,
Luther
he
King?
helped,
bro.
God damn it! Let me tell you one thing. If anybody don't know this,
You should plug in your mic, Baldhead. Your mic,
don't know that.
Baldhead. Your mic is not hooked up to your computer. You using
My mic is hooked up to my
It's
computer.
from Costco. It's from Costco.
absolutely
Let me
not.
Costco.
One thing I want
Price
to
tag
that
on
mic
the side.
ain't hooked up.
if anybody know anything about Leon Rogers, when a discussion comes and a debate comes, that's when Leon comes the fuck.
No, listen. I don't want to be that guy. I just don't go. And Tony know me. You don't know me.
You just ain't involved in this.
Hey, Leon. Hey,
I just don't go.
Leon.
Tell me
You are
something.
that guy. You are that guy.
Yeah, I
But
just don't
that's
go.
what I love about you, though. That's what
we love it.
I just don't go when you tell me something.
Thank you.
You got to give me the reason why,
Right,
and I have to understand that reason.
right. Me and this motherfucker argued 6 hours one night about who had the better shake, Wendy's or McDonald's. We just motherfucking tired. 6 hours one night.
I wasn't raised like that. My father raised me. My father, who was an avid follower of Malcolm X, who was an avid follower of Stokely Carmichael and the Black Panther, didn't just go when you say this is what it is, and I'm just supposed to say okay because you dropped a few quotes. Well, tell me why, and then I'm gonna go look up and see if what you said was legit. If it wasn't legit, we're gonna talk. And it's not.
Leon should be like, Mama, why Hershey syrup make the milk chocolate?
Absolutely.
Why this milk just chocolate?
Absolutely.
Well,
I need to read the bottom.
this last and final thing should take.
Wait, hold on. Because I had a topic that I wanted to talk about, and I know these guys don't chime in.
This nigga Leon the whole show.
Yeah, thank you. But
Leon podcast.
We all just set up here for an hour like this.
That's what he gonna do. That's
but
that
you was
part.
late though, so it wasn't an hour. It was actually 53 minutes. All right. So anyway, let's continue on. I want to talk about how we elicit change, and we always have. Me and my guys always had a conversation about young athletes that are coming from high school, black athletes that are the top 5 in their class, football, basketball, whatever, going to HBCUs. I think that's very important. I think that shifts the dynamic. I want that to happen. It's tough. I mean, Jim Brown's son just absolutely did it. He decided not to go to Syracuse to play lacrosse. He's going to Hampton to play lacrosse. And immediately by him signing with Hampton, made them one of the top 10 lacrosse teams in the country.
I think that would be a great.
As a HBCU graduate, I think it's very important. I went to Xavier University, #1 in producing black physicians, pharmacists, engineers, and physicists in the country. And it's just super cool because even if I think a lot of times when black people don't go to black colleges, man, you deprive yourself of just meeting so many great black people. Because I had never, growing up on the South Side, I didn't know no damn doctors and lawyers and shit that got money, like, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when as a black person you go to an Ivy League school, like say you go to Harvard, you become a fucking surgeon or something. Well, the other black surgeon would have been graduated from Howard or Morehouse. So you're gonna go.
You're already tapping in. You tapping in the greatness.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's important for those athletes to do that. You know what I mean? They bring billions of dollars to those universities, and then too, a lot of times at those universities after they done, if they don't make it to the league or whatever, they just through with them. You know what I mean? It's just a factory. You know what I mean? To be able to serve your people with your talents that's a great and mighty cause. That's a great thing. You know what I mean? So,
and I agree with Leon. Here's the bottom line in sports, period. They're going to follow the talent. So if the best talent are going to the HBCUs, it ain't like they're going to be like, well, this is the best running back in the country. This is the best quarterback in the country. This is the best, DB in the country. And because he's at a HBCU, I'm not going to go and see. at the end of the day, you know what sports is about. It's about that paper.
But they are changing that. It's
It's
a young black brother that he went to
Shakur McCoy. He's the top center in the country. He's going to Howard, and he's trying to recruit Mikey Williams, who's coming out next year, who's the best two guard, who's the best player in American basketball, to come to Howard. And I'm like, do you know how crazy that would be? You got two of the top 5 players at 2 years in a row at Howard. Now, when you get to the Final Four, you got Duke, Syracuse, North Carolina, and Howard. That changes the dynamic.
Here's another thing. And
then they only gonna play for a year anyway.
Here's another thing. Here's another program they need to do. So a lot of HBCUs are like Division II, right?
Well, Howard is D1.
A lot of HBCUs Division I. Tone, Grambling, Jackson State.
I mean, I'm talking about, but there are a lot of them that are Division II too, right?
No, a lot of most of the MEAC is Division I.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So that's what you do, man. You put some into them programs right there, because, like, man, dude, I'm telling you, if they invest in these athletes, you know what I mean. You could have more, and even with the coaches too. We got to start pulling some of these coaches up from these HBCUs and make them assistants and stuff.
But Tone, here's the thing. So, and LeVar and Tone, I want to ask y'all this. LeVar, because HBCU, Tone. No, Baldhead, I got you. I just want to ask y'all this. But how do we do that to these young players? Because let's just say, LeVar, you got a son. He plays basketball. His lifelong goal has been to play for Coach K at Duke. How do you convince your son to let his dream go and be a vanguard for a culture?
I wouldn't put that on my son. That'd be his decision. I wouldn't put it on him.
At that point, you have to leave it on your son.
I'm not gonna. I would never put that type of pressure on him. That's a child needs to make their own decisions and learn and grow and do what they want to do. You know what I mean? So
right. What I think Leon means is, though, so what we need to do is give them the information.
Right.
You give them the information. So here's what you will be doing if you did this, and here's what you would be doing if you did that. This may be more beneficial to your career, may be a bigger school, but here's what you will be doing, sending the message to your community. So and then at that point, a kid is what, 18 years old. I think that a kid should be able to make that.
He's still a kid. This is dream. He saw
but if you educated them all the way up until that point,
he saw his favorite player, Michael Jordan, go to North Carolina. How do we say, hey, I need you to sacrifice those dreams and be a vanguard? Play your 1 year. Think of Zion Williams.
No, you got to leave it up to him at that point.
Play 1 year at Grambling. They would be the choice college in basketball.
At that point, it's not your choice. That's your son's choice. If he's 18 years old, 17, 18, that's his choice, man.
Yeah, that's his choice, bro. I wouldn't be pushing my child to do that. But like with Mikey Williams and these guys,
like I said, you give him the information.
He'll probably make that decision to follow those guys.
Right. So if you raise him the right way all along, he's gonna make that decision. But if he don't, you also have to understand that he made the decision that he made because he felt it was best for him. At that point,
I call the NBA players that have went to the league. So say about somebody like a Zion Williams, like a LeBron James, that maybe LeBron James didn't go to college, but Zion Williams went to Duke for 1 year. I call for him, guys like RJ Barrett, to say, hey, I'm going to take a little bit of the money out I made and kick it back to HBCUs. I didn't go to one, but you know what I'm saying? Right. At the end of the day, I would like to see HBCUs profit, because I think that's where we're going to win big, instead of sending our kids to these big colleges. Because I'm encouraging, I hope my middle daughter, she's on her way to go to college soon. I hope she goes to a HBCU and learn culinary skills. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think a lot of us even know that HBCUs, they have that there too. Just like you learn how to be a pharmacist.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of these colleges will learn how to be a chef.
Always have to eat. That's what I tell people. That you got to do a career that people that's never gonna go out of style. People gonna always have to eat.
Get a certificate. Get you something like you can't.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of people that got degrees. A lot of people went to school for years and ain't got nothing.
This this is what I like about the HBCUs. They're more specialized in what kind of education you want to get. It's not a broad stroke. Like if you want to concentrate on the arts, if you want to concentrate on science, if you want to concentrate on this stuff, yeah, you got to do some other, classes. But your core classes are the classes that you really need to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And come on, we've been to so many different college campuses, man, and just seeing these young people out here.
The main thing is we have to really inspire and push these kids to go to college.
Yeah.
We gotta really. Some of these kids now don't have no idea about the education. We remember one thing that we were drilled about at first was you better finish high school.
I mean,
You know what?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I've been a pharmacist almost 20 years now. I'm watching healthcare be eroded, insurance companies lowering reimbursements and doing all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of me, and I hate to say it, I feel that college is kind of a scam at this fucking point.
In this day and age,
you can literally like my brother, he does very well. He's a real estate appraiser. He's
creative.
He do better than me. You could do real estate when you 18. You don't need to go really load up on a lot of debt. Because these kids you can literally now get on YouTube and just learn how to do shit. You can learn how to code, you can learn how to program. You can learn so much. And like even with my job, like I mean, shit, it's threatened. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when they got a robot in that motherfucker, and I just gotta, I'm trying to blow up as a comedian. Right. I'm gonna have to in a minute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then we better hope they don't have no motherfucking robot comedians in them. Like I ain't getting them jungle out.
Like I was talking to a friend of mine on my clothes, but he's a neurosurgeon, right? And he's dealing with issues. He's a black neurosurgeon, and dealing with issues of like a racist, racist guys in the hospital. Fuck when I'm like, damn, you go to school all this time, you're a goddamn neurosurgeon, and they still fucking with you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, learn. I want to teach my child to be a fucking entrepreneur. Fuck this shit. Because a lot of this college shit, man, you really being trained to be a fucking slave. You know what I'm saying? Like be a good slave, answer orders. Like we need to learn entrepreneurial skills, man. Because you could drive a fucking truck, start a trucking business, man. These motherfuckers make more than doctors, lawyers, and shit, man.
But see, right now is the era of the hustle.
The hustle.
It is, bro.
And this pandemic has made the best out of the best.
Dude, it's the era of the creative.
Yeah,
We don't teach our children. Me and my wife is a makeup artist, a freelance makeup artist that works on movie sets and everything. I'm a comedian / radio host. We teach our kids to be creative. My oldest daughter about to graduate from Columbia University, video game concept and design. These are things that weren't presented to us as children. LaVar, you know what I'm saying?
They wasn't
a job. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Video games, get your ass out of here. Because I even said that.
Yeah, but we live in millions. We live in a time right now, fucking babies making $20 million a year on YouTube.
No. Cats is making motherfucking $20 million. Cats got motherfucking Instagram account.
People that just taking pictures of kids
making $10 million.
Literally like a little baby doing like this. Hi guys, these are glasses. Hey, these are
What we're saying is the traditional. And I got 2 grandkids. I got a 6-year-old grandkid right here, right now. Can shit. If I need some shit done on the computer, she's 6.
Gotcha.
So I don't that all that shit, that college shit, man. It's almost a fucking scam. The only reason you should go to college, I feel, a lot of times if you are going for like this specific thing where it's a demand. Now, if you're not going for a specific thing that has a huge demand,
the network, like Leon said too,
you should go to school with 0 debt and just pay.
I say for the network. I say
for the shit. Make the shit a la carte.
The network.
Networking is cool. You know what I'm saying?
But now I like what LeVar saying. Like, if you go to college, like, shit, make that shit like a menu a la carte. I ain't got to take all this shit. Let me take this.
High school should have been like that. How many people do with algebra right now?
Ever since you left high school, none of that shit.
No. The fuck I didn't even. I'm glad I had enough juice to have somebody.
Dog, the education system needs to be totally fucking revamped. You don't even need. I don't even think. But I think this COVID is going to change our.
But you know what? I'm glad of that because you look at it. You see, we can do a lot of this shit without them even being in the damn classroom. Like, look at it. I mean, right? Or even being in the classroom all day like that.
But because I think education has sold us a false sense of security. Because
you be hands on.
We're in 2020. You can Google any fucking thing. Nigga, motherfuckers come to the pharmacy and ask me a question. You know what I do? Pull my phone out, Google the shit, and read it.
Absolutely.
I made crystal meth yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you
absolutely.
We have to learn how. We have to have entrepreneurial skills. Like, I was looking at my money. And I haven't been full-time as a pharmacist since like 2007. So, you know what I'm saying? I can go fill in and just hustle from time to time. But when I did my numbers, dude, I wouldn't make near as much if I was full-time.
Hey, so literally right now, you could walk in the pharmacy and work, like walk right in the pharmacy right now and work.
Yeah, well, I just fill in for.
But I mean, you know everything.
Yeah. I work. I had to work.
But he's saying even if he was cracking on the creative side, he wouldn't make it.
Right. So if I was totally full time, right, that would be like, my salary would just be that. But with me,
right,
comedy has supplemented my income so well.
Right.
That I can't make as much as just the pharmacist.
Listen,
like, you know what I'm saying? I can't.
I want to change it, but not really too much, because that's the last thing I wanted to take us out of here with. The business of comedy. Now, if you three can't explain to these new cats,
okay, I can break it down. I know it's a young comic want to listen. I tell them what to do.
And telling everybody, and I know it, that comedy's supplemented a lot. Hell, I remember when I was just doing comedy and selling weed. Okay, I ain't doing it no more. But at the same time,
I bought several bags from you after shows.
Yeah, that was my connect was
I'm like Baldhead on the show. Yeah, baby, I'm good.
What are you saying, man? After you tell it, Leon, we're gonna start with you with the business of comedy.
The business of comedy of me, I'm gonna sound like the old man get off my lawn guy, because I am. Young comics don't want to listen. They don't want to understand and listen to the trials and tribulations that comedians like LeVar Walker and Tony Schofield and Baldhead have went through to get to the positions that they're in. So I feel like comedy is watered down. Any and everybody can get a room. If you get an Instagram page that got over 100,000 followers, you are officially labeled as a comedian. You're funny. And I don't have a problem with that. God bless you. Do your thing. But when we stand out there on that stage in front of 5,000 people at the Erie Crown Theater, we're going to find out if you do really what you do. Or is it just some edited shit that you put on Instagram? Don't get mad at me about that.
So I feel like, I feel like as far as urban comedy is concerned, and you know what I'm saying, which I came up urban comedy, old Uptown Comedy Corner, Shaq All-Star, all that shit. I think just urban comedy particularly has been totally decimated and destroyed by, I don't want to say the internet comedians have destroyed it. I think with urban comedy not really having a lot of money and infrastructure to begin with, you get, a little quick promote. Everybody want to get a quick dollar. So you putting guys that aren't developed in front of guys that are developed. and there's no infrastructure. It's just decimated. I would say if you're a comic, you should do mainstream, do a lot of mainstream, work your way up, get real representation, get a real attorney. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is, I mean, for urban dog, this shit in the toilet, nigga. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck, man. Like, it's just, there's still certain forms where there is some structure, but it's far and few in between, dog. It's just far and few in between. So I would say, and then as a comic, as you working, you should be using the social media. You should be using YouTube, Facebook to build you a following so that you can sell tickets, because that's the ultimate goal, for you to be able to sell tickets.
Asses in them seats.
Yeah, so that's how I feel.
Tony, what do you say?
Well, let me pull out my scroll because I am the elder statesman. Hear ye. No, I'm just no. No, I want to say, hey man, I've been in this game a long time, and y'all know me, man. I've been true to the game the whole time. This shit is we're like painters, man. We're like Van Gogh and them. Our shit ain't gonna be realized until way beyond our careers. Man, we literally get up there every night. There's an empty ass canvas, and you may tell the same jokes, but that motherfucker gonna look different every night. Y'all don't realize the artistry that we do. We are ministers. We have a ministry. Comedy is a ministry, bro. So, my thing is be true to the game, man. Fads come and go. Like, look how many comics that we've seen in our career been hot. And people think it's all about being hot. I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather be a slow boiling ass stew than a stir fry. A stir fry you gonna fry that bitch quick, it's gonna be gone. I done been stewing in this bitch for 25 years. Stewing at a level to where, you know what I'm saying, people know who I am and I'm doing my thing. So comments get up according to this. I'm hot right now. I'm this and that. Man, dude, this shit is a chess game the whole time. You can't never get comfortable. You can't pace yourself, because you could be hot nigga one day. Man, come on, me and Leon has seen a lot of hot niggas. Like, you're hot. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is all about the artistry at the end of the day. I've been in this shit this long and I'm still learning shit. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the artistry of it. And then
it's just about loving to do it, having the love and the passion for
right.
it. I think that's one of the most important parts. And I think
and
now,
so like, I'm like with Leon, like you see people like, I don't know how long you edited that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see a comedy club, we've been out here. Back in the day, now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be real. And Leon know this, LeVar, you know this, Boy, you might know this too. Back in the day, comedy clubs used to do their homework. Who was the hot people out here in different cities? And they used to actually bring us in. It got to the point now, just like I'm just gonna pick who's hot on the internet. It's just like the music industry. I'm not going to develop an artist. I'm not going to spend no money on us. Who's ever hot on the internet,
I'm gone.
I'm going with them.
Yeah,
they want the same thing with comedy. Same thing with comedy. Who's hot on the internet? I ain't got to do nothing but put them on some shows. I ain't got to develop them. I have to. Mary Lindsay.
Yep.
Shout out there.
Was interested in our careers as people.
Only foundation left.
As people. She didn't care about how funny you was right now so she can make some money. Like, as you as a person.
I'm going to say this. So I'm in at the Cellar now in New York. I'm in at the Cellar. And one thing I say about the Cellar, they don't give a fuck. If you got a million fucking billion followers.
Gotta be funny.
New York real.
Getting that
New York can test
you gotta pass. You have to pass at the Cellar. And you got people got to know you. That name got to be like, oh, who's this guy? I don't, you know what I mean? So that's, it's just different with the urban shit.
At the end of the day, you got 4 guys on this podcast right now that can tell their story, and there's no ad libs to it. It's real raw
story. Right now, you put this show right here.
Listen,
you put this motherfucking show right here in this screen. Anywhere
for me, Tony Schofield, my big brother, brought me in the game. One of the first people to ever put me on the stage. Baldhead, me and you are literally friends. Like literally, that's my man. Like I could call him. He pulled up one day because he thought he saw somebody that looked like my wife was outside with somebody else and was finna beat both of them up. LeVar, I've watched him grow as a comedian. I watched him be a professional. I watched him win the Miller Genuine Draft shit. Go to Vegas. Kevin Hart was there. So understand when we're sitting here talking to you all as a group, there are 6 levels of separation between all of us.
Oh man, when I saw the lineup, I'm already know. I'm like, oh hell no.
So when I say that to say this, I don't take anything away from internet comedians that have done their thing because I respect the fuck out of DC Young Fly.
That's my man.
Went and figured out how to do this shit and actually be respected and create the craft.
He did work.
And not only that, let me say this about DC. He's respectful. He's a student of the game.
Yeah.
First time he saw me when he walked in the studio, he was like, OG. Oh,
I appreciate that, OG.
Hey, I got a drop right now that I play on the radio station. Like, that's my man, Tony Scott, foo.
But at the same time, I want to introduce people to somebody like a Tony Woods, who you might not know of, who is an absolute legend in this game.
Right. And inspires Chappelle. That's who Chappelle. That's
what I'm talking about. That's what I've been trying to do out here. That's what I've been trying to do out these motherfuckers.
That's what you've been doing. You've been doing it, but let me tell you something.
Yeah, but I've been trying to bring it. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers don't even know. I bring YouTube. I bring this show down here right now, it will be the funniest shit.
Where you at right now? Where you at?
I'm out here in the Bay.
You moved? You left Chicago?
Yeah, I've been out here 4 years.
Yeah, he got too rich for us, LeVar. He left.
You on the radio show?
Yeah, I do the morning show on KBLX.
Wow.
Yeah.
That boy getting the big bag.
Let me tell you something.
I just want to say you need to have on the club hat. That's an ugly ass socks cap.
Damn. No, it's not.
That hurt.
Yes, it is.
It's Southside, baby, all day. White nigga, hey, you know they let me
bought that ball.
You know they let me throw the ball out.
Hey,
throw the ball out.
No, LeVar, you bought that game 39th and Ashland, man.
Yeah,
39th and Ashland,
dog. Huh? Cubs is the most recent World Series champions, though, in the city of Chicago. And they don't even call it Comiskey no more. When you was alive, they called it Comiskey. Now it's the sale.
How long?
No, now it's guaranteed rate.
How long?
So you should feel ashamed.
How long did it take?
Change from Rick.
How long did what?
Never.
Stop with that bullshit.
The Cubs will do what he told me they did. Well, I don't know what they take, man.
Never been changed from Wrigley.
Brady was 100 years old. She died.
Sale and guaranteed rate. Y'all need to feel terrible. Y'all can't even keep the name the same.
Because they can't get no sponsor except for that old ass gum.
We don't need to have no sponsor. We the latest World Series champion.
I love the Sox. I got to throw a game opening pitch. It was phenomenal.
I did too.
So that was terrible.
Okay, it was.
They let everybody throw. The White Sox Stadium is a whore. They let everybody throw. They let Tony throw a pitch. They let Tony throw a pitch. And I'm a Cubs fan, and they let me come out there with him. So they are whore.
And you had a whore. You really wasn't loyal.
They showed me.
Baldhead throwing one next year during the coronavirus season.
Right.
Never.
Now they're gonna let Baldhead be the catcher.
Till I die. Southside, baby. Let me tell you,
so I can eat my sandwich.
Let me tell y'all, man. We didn't. Like you said, Tony. As far
Baldhead, did you get on Zoom from now? Because
I'm not.
This is a horrible.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible.
It is, dog. And then you don't. I don't think you had your mic hooked up to your computer.
My mic is hooked up. You have the older version of my mic.
Who sound clearer? Who sound clearer, y'all?
LeVar does sound clear.
You don't. I promise you. Yo, I promise you, Baldhead don't have that mic turned. He don't know how to hook it up. He don't know. That man ain't got that mic turned.
Bottom for your glasses.
You ain't got that goddamn mic turned up.
Things gonna fall.
You were talking through the computer mic. I promise you. Hey, Baldhead, this is what the mic really sounds like. Hey, welcome to WBLX on QLE. LeVar Walker. Hey, guys and girls.
Baldhead in the mornings. Hey, traffic.
I don't think you got, dude. You gotta.
Yeah, what's
Go
that?
into
Man,
those
don't be
settings.
teasing me with
If
no
you go
damn
into those
Chicago
settings to make sure it's
shirt.
I think it went to home
What
of
is
the
that?
Jersey Mike's.
home of the home.
Okay, we got that down there. Boy, if that had been Portillo's, I'd jump through the screen and
Oh,
stab
I
you.
got my hoagie oil too, Tom.
Oh, dude, come on. Hey,
Home
I'm
of
telling
the
y'all right now. I need some Jay's chips and some hoagie oil.
They ain't got no Jay's chips down there.
Them Lay's. Nigga, no.
No legs.
No, not Lay's, Jay's. I need Jay's barbecue, Jay's hot stuff.
So if they ain't got no, I know they ain't never
Hey,
heard.
Baldhead, I just want to give a word of advice for future podcasts. Always wear your hat. Your head looks fucking terrible. I don't understand. Just wear your hat.
People ain't never seen me without a hat.
Yeah, I ain't gonna push it when I
No,
first
you're not.
came on.
LeVar, no, keep that on, LeVar. No. That wasn't important. Keep that on. Keep that on. My wife gets excited about celebrities.
Hey, it's
She's
three,
not
hey,
excited
three
about
ball heads in here. It's
Hey,
three
Leon.
ball heads, Leon. You outnumbered, man. You got to shave
Leon. Old ass with a high top. Take yours off, Leon.
No, old ass with all this hair.
Hey,
That shit
That
Leon.
line going back
Hey,
though,
boy,
my
your
boy.
shit sliding back, boy.
Hey, my
But they
boy.
ain't bald. It
Every-
ain't bald.
Yo, your shit. This nigga Leon shit like that nigga took that hat off. He was like
These
this.
niggas,
Yo, what's
these niggas
up?
got forced to
Hey.
shave your hair.
Hey, you took that hat off. You
hey,
did.
Leon, you close though,
Hey.
bro. You gonna get
Hold
there.
on. I want everybody on here. I want to do the no shave challenge for 2 weeks. Y'all don't cut y'all hair, and I don't cut mine.
Yo, I
Thank you,
tried
man.
during the quarantine to
Yeah,
let it
I'm
go
gonna,
down.
hey, I will be George Jefferson.
I ain't got no
I'll be
edges,
George
bro.
Jefferson.
Hey,
I have no
I'm not-
edges right
I'm
now.
I thought so.
You're not gonna have me looking like Archie Bunker. Let me
You
explain.
niggas will look like Sherman Hemsley.
Now that's what I'm saying. Nigga,
Nigga, I wish, because I was
will be
hoping
George
like all this
Jefferson
would
in
roll
2
out.
We
weeks.
are
I
trying
got
to tell
spots.
you, as your friends that are bald, that we see your future is getting short with your hairline.
Hey, listen.
Yo,
Hold
we
on,
gonna have to have a ceremony for him when he gotta let it go. We
Yeah,
we
let it
gonna have a ceremony.
They
For
can
And
him.
Tony
Hey,
know this fact. Hold on, wait a minute. Tony know this fact. My daddy went through 2 chemotherapy treatments and died with his afro. What would you talk about? I ain't never lose my hair.
That was an amazing, sensational
I
man.
ain't never lose my
Talking
hair.
about you.
Hey, I ain't gonna bullshit. I ain't gonna bullshit. It was real. He was still coiffed all the way to the end, bro. I'm not gonna bullshit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Wow, Pop was coiffed
Rest in peace, Leon Rogers Sr. He still had an afro when they buried him.
when they buried him.
When they buried him, he had an
After
afro.
after chemo,
Two
a
chemo.
couple of
After
times.
chemo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you look like you've been through chemo 4 times.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you gonna say? This is how you gonna feel?
Yeah.
Man, y'all know Baldhead. Yo, y'all know Baldhead survived COVID.
Yeah.
So fuck a hairline.
That
Go
nigga-
ahead, turn around, show everybody the back of your neck.
Yeah,
So,
That's what you
so
want.
Baldhead, since
I
we
don't
on
want to see the
Bald
back
head.
of that shit.
Baldhead,
problem.
Baldhead, since
That's
we
the
on the
bald head
podcast,
head look like a map of Texas.
hold
Goddamn
on,
it, I don't
hold
see
on,
that
Baldhead,
shit.
since we on the podcast, tell us how your herpes and HIV killed off the coast.
Yeah.
It killed it off immensely. Immensely. And it's not herpes. It's gonorrhea.
Oh, it's kind of real. Okay.
Killed this COVID off.
But I keep them around.
Where's the leave button? I gotta go on that one.
Right.
Hilarious.
I gotta go on that one.
Man, listen. I guess this is a wrap, right?
Yeah.
Want to talk about
I want to tell you something.
Hey, Baldhead, thanks for not having no control over your show.
Hey, that's why I wanted y'all on there, because I knew it was
This
gonna be.
nigga shit ain't got no.
Now you got to move it from in front of that closet. I'm gonna draw you a backdrop.
Yeah, we'll do that. I need that, brother. I need that.
Yeah, you sitting in front of the closet. Like, what if your girl had to come and get some shoes and shit? Like that's your whole
Bro,
shit.
and
would've been
I
fucked.
think you should do it on
If
Zoom,
that
bro.
closet is bumped,
Don't y'all think you should do this shit
pull out
on
that
Zoom?
closet, and I ain't even know it was in his house.
Now we should do this shit on the internet. This shit is on a phone. You can only get this on a flip phone.
This is on my laptop, motherfucker.
I'm
Look,
just waiting for the show when it's okay to be a gangster and bisexual.
what? You don't have that? Willie Lynch
Right.
Jr.? Look, let me tell y'all something.
Come on, hey, Baldhead. Let's do it. Jail stories with Baldhead.
We can do that. I got a million of them.
Let's do it.
Ain't none of them sexual.
You
Look,
ever had a wet leg?
never.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is, and I ain't gonna never have that.
Hey, do soap sting your booty hole?
What? I don't know. I dropped the soap a lot, but I never picked it back up. Shit, so it might.
You do live in Atlanta now.
Tony Schofield.
Yeah.
I am very grateful for all that you shown me. All
You gonna ask that question?
Even the times, I want to ask you when I get to you. Even the times when Roz had to tell me not to put my hands on the motherfucking neck, and I listen. I love you,
On
brother.
my neck? On somebody
Oh,
else? We kept you from getting arrested. Yeah, we
Rob
kept
stopped
you.
me from cut people up.
Yeah,
But,
we kept you from getting arrested at least 3 to 4 times minimum, bro. I ain't lying.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. And I thank y'all for that. And I learned a lot from it. LeVar Walker, one of the funniest, idiotic motherfuckers. Tell y'all something. This old man walked to the restaurant with me and LeVar was in the restaurant.
Oh my
Big
God.
ass man. He looked like the gorilla from Chuck E. Cheese. And LeVar said, everybody looking at the window, right? We ain't looking at this man walking up. LeVar said, there go your daddy. The whole restaurant turned around and died. And why did the man out of everybody say, hey, what's going on there, Baldhead? I was like, I said, I don't think I'm gonna ever live long enough to get this motherfucker back.
You were in tears, dog. Like that shit was so funny, nigga. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
was with this girl that was dark as hell. He gonna say, man, why you and your brother sitting over there?
Oh my God.
I said, this nigga here, I would never go out.
Bro,
She looked at us, she laughed. I said, bitch, what you laughing?
What was we at, boy? That was a city castle.
Yeah. Hey, what's always funny is I always call you my favorite silverback. I swear to God. That's my nickname for you. I'm like, Baldhead, my favorite silverback, man.
And Leon Rogers, let me explain something to you, nigga. You know I go to hell, either go to hell with you or hell about you. Always been doing your thing, never been a fake motherfucker. Got so much love for you. Try to answer your phone a little bit.
I will.
I'm gonna treat you like that.
But you can't get a phone answer over my wife. If I don't answer her calls as much as I don't answer yours, then you gotta understand.
I'm gonna tell you, I've learned.
If I answer yours more than hers, then that's a rumor. But
I learned one thing. You and Tony, I ain't gonna call y'all. I'll call y'all wives. And I get more information. I will get to y'all. I swear that's all I gotta do. I never would. If I call Tony twice, I'm gonna take Roger. You tell your man to answer his phone. You know that Baldhead needs you.
Right. I know she will come and just like, Baldhead's calling you. Would you call him back? I know.
Look, before I go, I just want to say this to all my guys out here. Tony Schofield, I respect you. You know, you're my big brother. I appreciate you for being the second oldest living vampire other than George Daniel. LeVar Walker, yeah, one of the funniest cats out there, man. And I love what you're doing when you dress up as Whitney Houston and do the Bodyguard soundtrack in clubs across America. And shit is amazing. And Baldhead, to be the first shaved gorilla to know how to speak. You were friends with Harambe. I feel for your loss. I appreciate you. I'm just glad to be here.
On that note, I'm gonna say thank you to my man Baldhead. And everybody know at this point he's the illegitimate son of Faison Love. I just want to give him love. To my man LeVar Walker, who continues to buy socks paraphernalia at gas stations across the country. I just want to thank you for joining us right now. And for my man Leon Rogers, who I don't know if that's gray right here or if you just spit on yourself. Like you need to like even that job out. But hey, I love you, brothers, man. This was so fun. Like, man, thank you so much, Baldhead. I appreciate you, man.
Taking the time to get on here with me, man. Love y'all, man. Great.
Baldhead had his Cash App up here. I really need to send the money to us for helping accelerate his career.
All right, man. I'm about to go watch Kanye do this presidential election.
Oh yeah, I'm about
birthday party.
Birthday party.
Hey, listen, nothing but love to all of you guys, man. Tony Skull, man, happy 98th birthday. Baldhead, I don't know when that baby gonna come out your head because nigga, you a pregnant head ass. And Leon, you look like one of the greatest dykes I've ever known. That nigga like an old W. He look like an old WNBA player.
What position? Hold on, give me my position. When I
Power forward.
Power forward,
And I
baby.
can't get athleticism. I can't be a small forward.
Nigga with the low titties.
Now Leon was bent over talking about I'm playing center.
Hey man, I love y'all, and always important before I go out, I want to tell y'all pray for me. I pray for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Baldhead Podcast. Please share the podcast if you're on Facebook, if you're on anything, YouTube, hit the link, subscribe. Thank y'all. And I'm gonna let y'all know also, Tony Scope is on the radio in Oakland. What's the radio station?
It's 102.9 KBLX in the Bay Area, y'all. Check it out. We got an app and everything. Y'all can follow us. I'm on from 5 to 10 every morning Pacific time, y'all.
Leon, what you got going on?
107.5 WGCI, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. We've extended our hours during this whole COVID thing. And also later with Leon on Fox 32, we'll be back in August. So stay tuned.
LeVar, what don't you have going on? You don't really be doing shit.
Oh yeah, I got I'm on a new show with Amy Schumer that'll be coming out on Hulu whenever we go back into production. So I wrote on that and I'm playing a character. And it's about to go down, man. Hopefully I can get the fuck out of the pharmacy for good and live life. I mean, if everything come back, man, I just pray everything come back. That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy, bro. My son ain't even going to school. Like it's
ain't nobody going to school this year. Ain't nobody going to school this year.
Hell no, ain't nobody going to school. Dude, they're trying to silence the CDC speaker from testifying and fucking
about the school reopening.
About the schools reopening. The governor's trying to silence the Atlanta mayor.
Tell them not yet. Come on, man.
Dude.
They're trying to use our kids as guinea pigs, man.
Just doing this shit for money. Like
that's all I ended the show. Then we started.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank y'all for being on the show. Got a lot of love for y'all. What?
Jordan Jackson said, when you gonna get him on, man?
Who the fuck is Jordan Jackson? You talking about any comedian down here in Atlanta? Hey man, he already on. We got way more followers than I ever thought about.
Shout out to Jordan Jackson.
Hey man, if you got this thing ain't shit. If you have a Fire Stick, go to www.wewatchtv.net. Also, we have it's better than cable. You don't need no damn cable no more. All you need is Wi-Fi. Over 300 live channels, support packages, NBA, NFL, Sunday Ticket, etc. Over 20 countries, including the Caribbean, who works Fire Sticks, PCs, Android phones, boxes. Only $30 a month extra, and they also have adult content. However, if you type in Baldhead, you'll get $10 off. So there's $20 a month for all of that. So
that's nice.
Really? I'm gonna get rid of my cable then.
Yep. And also my assistant that Leon met that roasted me about is doing her thing all across the country. Please go to Handcrack, www.tiaspa.com. Get you some of this hand crackers off the chain. Thank y'all for coming in today, guys. Love y'all. Got much love. Leon, get yourself together.
Hey, Baldhead, you're the worst host ever. Thank you.
I don't give a fuck.
He don't care. I might have y'all on my podcast.
You ain't even got no podcast.
LeVar put his mask on to talk to you via podcast. That's how terrible you are.
That's how sick he is.
House having that.
That's how sick he is.
Hey, Tony.
Yo.
Get in your casket before the light comes up.
All right. Tuck your belly into your drawers like you normally do.
Tony, you in San Diego?
No, I'm right outside of Oakland.
Ooh, nigga, that nigga paying $6,000 a month, and that's all his space right there.
Right here, nigga, right here. Right.